Hi guys, and welcome to this other session. I want to mention in the beginning that this video is a continuation of another video. Okay, so check the description below to make sure that you watch the other one before coming this way. Okay, or just click on the playlist link in order to just get the whole series at once. Okay. If you like what you're seeing, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to share. Okay, so still in interactive graphics, here we are on AutoCAD, and today our objective is to draw this beautiful rectangle you see here interactively. So we want to click the first point and it goes like this. Okay, and that's our rectangle, as simple as that. Again, click and it goes like this. Okay, so what we'll use this time around will be a little bit different. We'll have to use the patch function. Okay, so while clicking a first point here and the diagonal, right, the second point here, and it's supposed to draw all of this, right? So the patch function will use the faces and vertices approach. Okay, you have links to the documentation again down, but this will be node 1, node 2, node 3, node 4. Okay, and as we go, it is the coordinates of node 2, 3, 4 that changes. Okay, the coordinates of node 1 doesn't change at any given time. Okay, so we don't need to reinvent the wheel, we just need to build down from what we started last time. Okay, so I'll need to save this as, okay, so rect here. Good. So what do we start by? Rect here. Okay, so we have our figure, we have our axis, we have our count. Yes, it can be important. But here, we will not really need lean per se, right? We want to draw just one rectangle interactively. Oh, no, it's okay. Let's leave it that way. But we will not call it lean, okay? Let's call it rect because it's rect. Okay, let's just call it rect. Okay, so rec will be equal to empty, and yes, CP here is the current point. So this is the first point we are clicking. Okay, and when we click this first point, we want to form a first rectangle. Okay, we want to form a first rectangle, but that rectangle should not be visible just yet, right? It should not be visible just yet. So how can we do that? The rectangle in this case, we will not use the line function. We will use the patch function. Okay, and in the patch function, we need to indicate what are the coordinates of rather what are the faces. Okay, the faces here, which will be edges, and what are the vertices? The vertices, which are the coordinates of the points representing the edges. Okay, so the variable I'll use here is con, and the variable I will use to represent this is col. Okay, so con will simply be the connection. Let me put here a semicolon. Con will simply be the connection. Where's that? The connection of one, two of the nodes. Okay, how they interconnect. So one is connected to two, which is connected to three, which is connected to four, which is connected back to one. Okay, in that circle. So it means con will simply be equal to 1 is to 4. As simple as that. While core is the coordinates of each node. Okay, is the coordinates of each node in the order in which we labeled them. So what would be the coordinate of the first point, the second point, and all the like? Well, we'll keep all of them to be the same coordinate for a start, right? So to do that, I can repeat math, right? I can use rep math. I can use rep math, okay, and repeat CP a given number of times following the rows and a given number of times following the columns. So how many times do I want to repeat it following the rows? Because I have 4 nodes, I want it 4 times. And how many times following the columns? Just 1. Okay, x and y coordinate. That's what I want. Okay, So just to be sure that this works all right, let's just go ahead and see what that gives. So if I'm to run this and go to the command window, mhm, and click there, good. I will have 4 points, the same coordinates. Okay, good. So we have that. Yeah, that will give red because the window button motion function is still to be programmed. So now we have count is equals to count of 1 because we are about to draw our first rectangle. Okay, so now that we're here, I put a semicolon here. What happens? CP will be equals to get, obviously, right? Uh, this is where things need to change, right? Because it's also the x data and the y data and all the like that we need to change. The x data of the patch will be organized as the x1, x2, x3, x4. The y data will be y1, y2, y3, y4. But then we need to know something, okay? Because here, focusing on the x first, for node 1, okay, I will have x1 and we have this value from the first point, okay. Node 4 down here, the x of node 4 will be equals to x1, right? And the x of node 2 rather will be equals to x3 because we have x1 and x3. That's what we get because we click here and we click here and that's what we get. So x1 will be equals to x4 and x2 will be equals to x3, right? So how do we do that? Well, here we are not getting the x data of, we are getting the x data of rec, okay, count extra, and we are also getting the y data of rec. Okay, so here now this is where we need to change and have our corresponding behavior. So x data, x of 1, yeah, x of 1 never changes, right? Always is the same point. But then this is where things must begin to change. For node 2, not 2, it will be CP of 1, right? Because it is the x of the third point, and I will have CP of 1 again for the third point itself before having x of 1 again. Okay, so that's the behavior we want for the x coordinates. The y coordinates now, okay, the y coordinates, what do we see? What do we see? We have y1, okay, y2 has to be equal to y1, and we have y3, and this y3 has to be equal to y4, okay. So y1, y2 the same, y3, y4 the same. So this way y1, y2 have to be the same. So here I have y of 1 again because it has to be the same, and then y3, y4 has to be the same. But then we have a problem here, okay. All of these have to be um it has to be transposed, okay. It is not it has to be transposed because that's the way the property is stored. Okay, will that do? Well, the only way to tell is just to visualize, right? So if I go, good, wow, that's excellent. Okay, if I click, it start drawing another one. No, it doesn't. Okay, so let's look at that. Okay, the heat test property. The heat test property here is not set to off, right? The heat test property has to be set to off. Okay, and let's do something. Let's try to set the face color. The face color, we don't want any face color. Okay, let's try to put it none, and then maybe set the edge color. The edge color, we want it blue. Why the stress? Just say blue. Okay, want it blue. So what does that give us? Good. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Hmm. Okay, good. You see, we can stop this at any time, okay? But I think that will do. I'm sure by now you get the skills to understand what you can do from here, right? Okay. So that was this for this video. Again, if you like what we're doing at Computational Engineering Academy, please subscribe and like so that you are always updated in the upcoming videos. Okay. So thank you for watching that, and bye bye.